Hey everyone, it's me, and today we're going to do a fun, I think it's going to be fun. It'll be fun for you. I don't know if it'll be fun for me. Yeah, it will be. Just some questions and answers. First of all, so I don't forget, I wanted to show you this nail polish though. It is so pretty. I used it today, and I hate to, my nails are not the best, nails to display a nail polish because they're so small, but it's just so pretty. It's called Brownstone 550. So I wanted to make sure I told you that. And then I was putting on I used the KKW lip liner in that classic icon. I love it. If you like mauve nudes, you will love it. And then I just used my same City Beauty pink nude gloss. And I don't want you to forget that everything on their website is half off, because you can't beat half off. I think that's as low as you're going to get something, and it's the whole website. So the sculpting cream and the glosses. Okay. And if I think of anything else, it seems like there was something else I saw on sale that I wanted to tell you about. Oh, I knew what it was. I got the new phone, and I have been waiting for my case. I ordered the case before I even got the phone. And I ordered one of those cool Casetify cases that looks like a camera on the outside, because essentially that's the biggest thing about my phone is I use it as a camera. And it is still, I don't even think it's shipped yet. But I did notice that they were having 30% off. So I wanted to tell you about that too. Okay, so I'm going to go on to my Instagram, and we'll do my outfit of the day at the end. I don't want to get too radical here. So I posted a picture of that dog. Wasn't that the cutest thing? I know it's a crested whatever. I knew what kind of dog it was. I just thought he was so cute, and the personality. I mean, I was beside them just right up here at the light, and just the way he was just looking at me like, it was like he wanted me to roll down the window. So I did, and he was just looking at me, and they were laughing. And I had on all black that day, and I was like, I need him for a photo shoot. I told her, I said, he would go so good with my outfit. Okay, so let's start with Danny C. Korea. Hi, Lisa. Will you do a house tour after it's completed? Love you. And I said, absolutely. Of course I will. The one thing I will say, I'll probably do a house tour. You'll probably see it all along. We picked out everything, and I mean everything. I loved the whole process, because what always stressed me out about building a house is all the decisions, because I didn't want to, disagree with John that much, but we agreed on, I think, everything. And I don't have time to just like ride all around town now and look at tile in 3 different places or have to make appointments and stuff. So it was wonderful. This company is so big, and they build so many custom homes that they had everything there, and I loved it. So of course you will see it. It is going to be beautiful. To me, it is going to be beautiful. And but the one thing I will say is, if I have to live in that house with no furniture, I will do it until I find exactly what I want. So I'm not going to rush on decorating or anything else. So you may see it empty for a while. Okay, what did you eat for Thanksgiving? Okay, you guys know I live near my family anyway, and with everything going on, I did not, even though I see my parents all the time, I did not want to stress my parents out by having my mom cook and having us all over there. I just didn't want to do that. So my brother and his wife love to cook. They cook so good. He does a lot of different things on the grill. He's got like a couple different kind of grills. So they fixed my parents and her parents, who are a little bit older than my parents. They fixed them Thanksgiving dinner. And then my mom and dad also cooked a turkey on the grill. I think they smoked it. And then my mom had made some other stuff too. And then I did a video on Thanksgiving. I think I actually did 2 on Thanksgiving Day. And John surprised me by going to the store, which I knew he was going to the store. And he went and got a turkey breast, like a big ham steak, green beans, mashed potatoes, and then he did Will some French fries in the air fryer, which I thought was sweet, because Will would rather have French fries than mashed potatoes, and had set the table and everything. So we had a little mini Thanksgiving dinner here, and then I went to my parents that night. My brother and his daughter, my niece, were over there, and then I ate a few things again. So when it comes down to what did I eat, I ate turkey, ham. Did I eat anything else? Turkey, ham. Oh, and I had made meatballs, I think the night before, to go with my omelet. So I had some meatballs left, and they were the Italian style meatballs that I buy at the grocery store that have seasoning and mozzarella cheese in them. So that's what I had, and I enjoyed it. To me, it wasn't about the food, it was about just being there. And then Kristen Singletary. I've been following you for years, and I remember when you used to do a church outfit of the day. I haven't heard you talk about church in a while, and I've wondered if you still go, or maybe you've changed your religious views, etc. This isn't meant to be negative, just a question. I'm curious. I have not changed my religious views whatsoever, and I really enjoy going to church when it is a church that I enjoy going to. And we do not have that. I do not. The church that I grew up in is totally different. You guys know when you get a new pastor, then the church seems to change. And a big deal is I was raised Lutheran, which is very similar. The service is very similar to Catholic. It's very quiet, reserved, just very routine. I loved it. You guys know I thrive on the routine and the timing and everything like that. I love it, the way we used to say the same thing every time, and I just loved all of that. Well, John was raised serious Southern Baptist, so it was very tough for us to come up with a church that we both enjoyed. So we were going to a church that we somewhat enjoyed. It was mostly giving on my part. It was a Baptist church, and then it got to the point where we didn't enjoy going. Then some different things happen. I read out of the Bible every night. So I do not believe, I have a special relationship with God, and I don't think that He knows me, and He knows my heart. He knows what I'm thinking. He knows the reason that I'm not there. And I don't judge other people for what they do, and I don't expect anyone to judge me. I hope that answers your question. Okay. Hey, gorgeous. This is from Majdan77, and I'm probably going to pronounce your names wrong because they're probably wrong. Some of them aren't even names. Hey, gorgeous. I would love for you to talk about how you maintain your inner peace with all the chaos around us and the hassle of daily life. Much love. Okay, I got into this a little bit like on my weight loss video, and I think one reason that it is very easy, I hate to say easy, but I do not struggle with staying on my weight loss regimen, or I don't struggle with, making videos on YouTube and not missing too long or anything, is because in a world of chaos, I thrive on what I can control. So if I can't go anywhere without wearing a mask, then I will control where I go. And I will focus on the things that I have control of and that bring me joy. And I don't focus on the things that I can't control. And I know that is kind of trite, and not just marinate on things that are sad or that get you down. Or even if something is standing in your way of accomplishing something, you can't use that as an excuse not to get to that happiness. You have to use that energy figuring out how you are going to get to that happiness. And that's what I do. So we have kind of taken this year with all of the sadness, and we have taken advantage of the things that were to our advantage. Like, for instance, the real estate market is insane. Like, we sold our house within a week to 2 people for asking price. And I had someone ask me, why didn't I just stay in my house until we built our other house? Well, we didn't know, how long it would take to sell, and we didn't want to take that risk. And so we just, put it up for sale, and I just kind of considered doing this, being in a rental house, as part of the process, and I'm going to make the most of it. I feel very fortunate that we love the house that we're in. We've really grown, just kind of like what we were talking about. I don't concentrate on what I don't like about this house. I concentrate on what I do like about this house. It has beautiful molding. I'm lucky to have this big room up here to do my videos in. It was so clean. I mean, spotless. It has a nice little backyard for Bridget to go out in. So I don't concentrate on the things that I don't like the noisy four-wheeler going by, 100 times a day or something like that. I try to always think about the good things. I find most of my happiness is I just don't focus on the things that I can't control. Okay. Please do a nighttime routine. Okay, I'll do that. Let's see, from INGCMM, where would you go when we can travel again? Is there any city, country that you dream to visit? Yes, I cannot wait to travel again. And I would like to go to some different states that I haven't been to. I am not a person who really wants to travel the world. I wouldn't mind going to Paris, just because, but I would probably rather go to different places. I want to go to Boston one day. I want to go to Vegas one day. Matter of fact, Vegas is very high on my list. And what my perfect vacation would either be with my family, but my family doesn't want to travel. John hates to fly. Brooke maybe would go with me. Will, I think I could probably get him to go, but it's not like they are just dying to travel. We live at the beach, and we live at a beautiful place with a beautiful climate, and everybody's just really happy here. My idea of a perfect place to travel would be to meet a friend, like my friend Mary, that I have not seen in years, that we could pick up just like that. We text back and forth, and we are talking about trying to meet up somewhere when we can fly peacefully. And I don't want to fly, with everybody freaked out, and I just want to wait until it's a little bit more relaxed. So I would love to go to Vegas, Boston, or some just different places in the U.S. Okay, how did you learn to do makeup so well? Is there a particular makeup artist that inspired you? Well, thank you. I don't know if I think I do it that well, but I have loved makeup ever since I can remember. Luckily, my mom and dad did start letting me wear makeup, like in, when I went, it was called junior high, but that was, and I might have even, I can't remember if I wore makeup in 5th or 6th grade, but I know 7th, 8th, and 9th grade I wore makeup, because I can remember clear as day that little compact of L'Oreal. Remember, it had the applicator that you could kind of put your finger in. It looked like a tulip. And I can remember the lipsticks that I had. I can remember the little basket that my makeup was in on the counter. I can remember even when the Avon lady used to come over, and my mom would order me some of the little girl makeup and stuff. I've just always liked it. I've always been passionate about it. And in fact, that is how I discovered YouTube. I've been on here over 11 years, and the first video I ever saw was Lauren Luke recreating the Sex and the City makeup from the first movie. I think it was maybe 2008. Maybe? I don't know. Maybe it wasn't that long ago. Yeah, maybe 2008. And I found her, and I was just, I'm telling you, it's the reason I'm here right now, because there's nothing I just love it. I just devour it. Before then, I would get magazines and just read. The best part was reading what makeup they had on the cover, and then I would try to order some of it. So I have just always loved makeup, and I think that's why as you will see in my videos, I try to get better and better. What is your favorite keto dessert food? None. I don't have any dessert. I really don't want to, I don't have any keto food, really at all. I just eat all whole foods, either whole vegetable, not at a restaurant, not just, whole foods. I don't eat any, and I don't eat any desserts. Matter of fact, I thought about going and getting a honey baked ham. I love those from the honey baked ham store. I even called them, asked them if they had, any of them left. And then I thought about all that sweet, outer layer, and I didn't want that to trigger me wanting sweets again, because I just don't crave sweets now. So I don't have anything. What is the most interesting, surprising thing about you that we don't know? I can't think of anything that you guys don't already know about me. I love fast cars, and I really love cars, hot rod cars, and I've always really been into sports cars. You guys know I've always loved like making things and making money, and just the whole, I don't know, it wasn't even that I even had anything in particular I wanted to do with the money. I just love that drive. I loved learning how to sew, and then I ended up selling. Remember when it was when after Will was born, those diaper bags were so popular with the fringe and the beads around the outside monogrammed and stuff. I wanted one. I got a sewing machine. I learned how to sew. I went to sewing lessons. My mother-in-law helped me, and I ended up selling, I don't know how many hundreds of those bags. I had an online business, and I had more than I could even do. My parents owned a business at the time. I had a big rack. I had gone to a local store here in town that sells like commercial display items, and I went and bought a rack, like a commercial rack. I put it in my parents' business, and I also sold handbags up there. And so I think, that may be different than what you think of me. And I can't think of any. Let me think just for a minute. Okay, I was thinking my favorite sport is baseball. I love baseball. When I was pregnant with Will, I really got into it, and I could not miss a game. And I grew up, we always watched baseball and golf in the summer a lot, and grew up loving the Braves. That was when we only had X amount of channels on the TV, and we got TBS. And so we always watched the Braves. And my brother played baseball, and my dad coached one of his teams, and I even played softball. And I think this will go into another one. Somebody had asked me a good childhood memory. Okay, my brother and I were just so fortunate to grow up with all of our aunts and uncles, which my dad's only child, but my mom has 2 sisters and a brother. So, and both sets of grandparents within 20 minutes. So I spent a lot of time with my grandparents. I'm the oldest grandchild, and my brother is the next. And then we had some cousins, but later. Like, I think my next cousin is maybe 12 years younger than I am, and then they're younger than that. So we had a lot of like special time. And I'll give you maybe some special memories from both. And from my dad's parents, that is the grandparents that we stayed at the beach with all summer. My grandma. My granddaddy didn't stay down there, but he would come down during the day, and he would bring us, the sliced peaches. They had a huge garden, like not a typical backyard. They had property that went probably, it was like, I don't even know how far. I'll have to ask my dad, but it went way back. Like, you had to walk and walk and walk and walk and walk. And so we had so much fun planting, picking, doing stuff in the garden, going to the beach with them, going to church, spending Saturday night, going to church with them. Every year we would go to the Zaya Festival. We would go to my granddaddy bought every single ticket to every single event, the Queen coronation, the parade, the variety show, everything. But one of my best memories, and I feel like I could cry, and I'm not that way, but one of my best memories is my granddaddy loved sports. He loved it so much that he would just go watch like the local high school teams play, even though he didn't even know anybody, he just loved sports. So when I played softball, I can remember him coming out and just, hanging on the side of the fence and he would bring me stuff like gum or candy and be right there when I would come out of the dugout and, you know, give it to me, or he would actually bring candy for the whole team. And I don't know, it's the little things like that that you remember, like, that were so special. And then my other grandparents, my mom's parents, oh, so many good memories. Like, we would go spend the night with them, and my aunt, the aunt that's John's age that introduced us, she is only 11 years older than I am, so she still lived at home. My mom was the oldest of 4. And so we would go spend Saturday night, and I would love just sitting on her bed watching her putting on her makeup. She had one of those, you know, classic little mirrors like that on the wall, and she had like these little trays with her makeup on it, and I would just sit on her bed and watch her do her makeup. And then she would let us come in and see my Uncle Mike a little bit, and every once in a while he would take us to pizza or something. And she would usually fix some dessert for them to have when they got back from their date. And so we would help with that. And then my granddaddy would call it a party. Whenever we went over, he would call it a party. And he would take us up to the local grocery store, and we would get all kinds of candy and have a party. My grandmother would always fall asleep early. She would fall asleep in the chair, and I remember them watching like Hee Haw and stuff like that, you know. And we would get up and go to church. And then another thing that I loved doing with her is she was a hustler too. My granddaddy owned his own business. All of my family are entrepreneurs. And we would get up early and go to like garage sales. I mean, before the people even put the stuff out. And we would go to like the flea market and stuff like that. And she would buy me different stuff, or she would give me the money to buy whatever I wanted. And I loved that. I love it. I can remember buying a really cool pair of Gloria Vanderbilt jeans, you know, with the swan right there one time, and just all kinds of stuff. So I have so many good memories. I have more than... I'm so blessed, and I know it. Okay, I'm going to try to do 2 more. 70s girl. What are you most looking forward to about your new lifestyle in your new home? Oh my goodness. Well, I'm looking forward to having the whole upstairs to myself. So that is like a big living room, a bedroom, and then a full bath, and a big closet area, and a porch. And that is going to be for my office and for me to do videos. So I want to set up a really good place to do fashion videos where I can get really good lighting and shots. And just, you know, I think it helps, you know, to have your own space every once in a while. So that will be much better than our old house was, because that's one of the reasons. I think someone else asked me, you know, that I had said I love my old house so much. Why did I decide to move? Well, I do and did love my old house so much, but that was more geared towards me having little children and a family, and it was not geared towards me working from home. So, and then there were just some more things that as you grow over 20 years, you decide that you do or don't want. So, let's see, where was I going with that? But my new lifestyle, okay, I want to get this clear. If you see me take pictures by the water in my new neighborhood, that is not where my house is going to be. Those lots, one thing, are sold, and they're millions. We are near that. We are across, I don't know, I mean, I hate to say exactly where I live, but it's a neighborhood that is on the water. So we will be in quickly walking distance to, we're probably going to get a boat and the pool, and just all kinds of, the pool is just beautiful. It's just not like your ordinary everyday neighborhood pool. It's really big and nice, and there's a fire pit down there, and our boat will be down there. And we're looking forward to having that beach type life, and the waterway, and a pool, and a nice little neighborhood, and a bigger home where I don't have my whole dining room filled with cameras and lights and products. I want to be able to keep all of my work stuff upstairs where it's supposed to be, kind of like everything, place for everything and everything in its place. And it's going to be much simpler, a much simpler design. As far as, we took out, like, there were supposed to be built-ins on both sides of the fireplace. We took those out. I just wanted a simple wall. My taste has changed, and I want simplicity. I have lots more questions. If you enjoyed this, let me know, and maybe we'll do another one. And I'll finish up. I won't ask any more questions. I'll just go from these. Okay, thank you guys so much for watching. Let me do a quick outfit of the day. And I've told you I got 2 pair of black jeans. And I will put down below what they are because I got these at Oliver. It was that day I told you I went in there. And I also got this, a Nina Bing t-shirt. I have wanted this for so long, and she finally got it in with the tiger on the front, and it says Bing. And then these are the shoes that I just showed you guys. And part of me wanting to lose weight, something I felt like I could never really wear to the point where I liked it on myself, was skinny jeans and flat shoes like this. I always felt like you had to be a little bit thinner and not as hippie as I was for me to like the way I looked in them. So this is like a big moment for me to be able to wear something like this and like how it looks. And then I kind of like the way it looks too. You could wear this out, but I kind of like the way it looks with a t-shirt kind of tucked in tight into a pair of jeans like this. These are, I think they're considered mid-rise. Okay, and then my hair, oh my goodness, you guys. I washed it with the 2 bottles of water last night. It was easier because I had my little technique down. But I just, for some reason, I've lost my mojo. And I floundered when it came to curling it. I ended up curling. I could not even reach. That's one thing, too. I've had a lot of people ask me about extensions lately. I don't know what I have to do to prove to people I don't have extensions in my hair. And I don't know if they're really serious, but I don't. I would tell you if I did. I would tell you, I promise. I have a million times, so I don't know. But anyway, I was curling this back piece, and I can't get to the end of it. So they got crimped. And then I put them on a Velcro roller thinking I would get more height. I mean, I did, but then it made my ends look crazy. So that's my hair story. I always like to fill you in because when I watch somebody, sometimes I want to know what they did. Jenny Bird, this is the Mega Link chain. I love it. And the earrings, and I kind of felt like with my hair being a little glam looking, I wanted to put on something gold and chunky on my neck. So that is it. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Like I said, leave me a message below if you want to hear some more. It was kind of fun. I like talking about good memories and stuff like that. You guys keep me inspired, and I can't tell you how valuable that is to me. I love being inspired. I love thinking about the next video. I love thinking about editing. I love it all. So thank you so much for being here. You make me happy. Thank you. Bye-bye.